Hello, I am Caitlin. Callie's currently running the halls with my Weimaraner Cole. He's kind of taken himself as her protector, which is actually a very good thing. It's been a little while, I think. I can't remember exactly when my last vlog was, but I think it's been a little while. So, quite a bit has happened. Well, not too much, but a bit has happened. I have been dealing with a bit of stomach discomfort recently. Not fun. The day after Thanksgiving, I had a little... Day after? I think it was the day after the night of Thanksgiving, like after dinner. But I'm not allowed to eat turkey anymore because it's way too heavy for me. I might be able to later on, but not right now. So I had chicken. I had some rotisserie chicken, which I've had since last year, and it's fine for me. But I had that, some mashed potatoes and gravy from KFC, and biscuits from Popeyes. We just did a pretty simple Thanksgiving this year. And a pumpkin pie. That was a lot of fun. But that night, or the day after, I can't remember exactly, I was going to the bathroom. I know this is a little bit of TMI, but it was covered, there was a lot of blood. Like, a lot of blood. That alarmed me because I haven't had blood in the stool since last year. Last year when I had a whole month of that before I went into the hospital because of being diagnosed with Crohn's. So that alarmed me. But thankfully, the day after that was a Friday, so we called my GI doctor. I wasn't in any discomfort. There was just a lot of it, and we knew it wasn't a period because I haven't gotten that yet, and it was not that. And so we called my GI doctor. He said that he doesn't think it's necessarily to my Crohn's because I wasn't in any pain or discomfort really. But he said that he's going to run some additional tests when I get my Remicade. So he's going to just see. He said to watch it as well. And I have to be on Miralax for a few days, which sucks. I don't like Miralax. Even though I just put it in Gatorade, I just don't like having to guzzle drink down. So I have to take that and also X-Lax for around a week. Not a big deal. But he wants to just watch it, so I have to be careful. But that was kind of like, he said I might have also been doing too much. And most likely that was part of it because I've been taking care of my dogs, all of them, and I've been helping around their house because my mom had this eye surgery a 2 months ago. And she can't lean over, she still can't do as much. She's able to help now because it's finally getting towards the end of her recovery time, but she still can't do most of the stuff, so I've been helping because my sister's also a full-time student in college, in her last year of college, and my brother can't really do anything because he has his own problems, so he has problems doing things as well, but we're all overcoming those issues slowly. But so I know I've been pushing myself too hard because I've also been taking Callie for walks every other day. I wanted to do it every day, but I knew that if I did it every day, my stomach would start to hurt because I've tried that, and then my stomach starts to hurt, and so I find every other day works because she needs a day of recovering, and also I let her run around outside with me, so it's like, I take her for a long walk, about maybe a half an hour to an hour of a walk in the park. She loves that. I really just do it to, it depends on how energized she is that day, because I don't want her to just pass out from sheer exhaustion. So, I take her for a walk, pretty long walk on the days that I do take her for walks, and then, like, the day after, she's always pretty tired, so I find that it works pretty well not doing every day, and also because we have a fairly big place for her to run around in. We have a large backyard, so she runs around with me out there, and that doesn't cause stress to me as much because it's different than going for a regularly long walk. So, she still gets lots of exercise, and the vet said that was a very good way I have it right now. For some reason, my nose is pretty stuffed up right now, so I apologize for that. But I've been dealing with a lot of stress for the past week. Like, a lot of stress. Haven't been going to bed until around 6 in the morning because I've just been so stressed out. I finally gotten to calm down because I have a Remicade infusion scheduled for this Thursday. Hello, Callie. She has some teeth coming in, so she's really teething. Is this your toy? Go get it. No? Oh, Mario. Oh, she licked the inside of my ear. Now you're itchy. But I've been dealing with a lot of stress because recently, the place I go for my treatments, I'm not a chew toy. She's really not biting. She's just like nibbling because she has a tooth coming in. So she always does this because her teeth keep growing in funny, but the vet said that she's not worried about it at all because it happens that way sometimes. What am I sitting on? Really? You hid this ball under my blanket? Ah. Oh, she's starting to get tired because she's been playing with my Weimaraner. Cool. Callie. Good girl. But the place I go for my treatments is not... They've just been stressing me out a lot lately. They'll say that they have someone... I have to get IV team instead of regular nurses to do my IVs because apparently I have very tricky arms. Hello. I'm not cold. You can't say anything. What the? What is this? You're a little weirdo. Sorry. You're a little weirdo. She's very playful right now because my brother, who we call Funkle, because she always has fun when he's around, he's in his room, and she's upset because she's not allowed in his room, and so she wants to see him because he always plays with her. Even though I play with her, apparently it's different because he lets her chew on his socks. But they tell my mom that they'll have certain people from IV team there to do my IV because there's one woman on IV team that's not good at all for me. I can't have her there because she stressed me out because she said so many things to give me anxiety over. So, and I don't really want to talk about it right now because I am stressing as much already. So, but anyway, they'll tell my mom they have certain people there, and then they don't, and then they'll be annoyed that they have to go and find someone somewhere else in the hospital to do it. Because how it works is they'll have they'll have IV people on for, like, the day medicine place where I go, but then they'll also have some specifically for the ER because there's so many people that do need the, IV team. Hello, yes. This is your toy. But so they'll get annoyed, and then also my mom always calls the day of or the day before my treatment to make sure that they don't have this one lady from my IV team there, that she's not the only one, otherwise we'll have to reschedule. And they've started, instead of calling back and letting my mom know, they won't call back. And then what happens is I get there, and then they'll tell me that that's the only one on. And I'm like, so that's why they didn't tell us, because they knew I wouldn't come. So, it's annoying. And then a bunch of other stuff. They've been discovering that I've been having problems. They keep saying that I have problems getting my IVs in. And the nurses in day med keep getting annoyed because they have to go through the hassle, I guess, of getting me the sedation, because I can no longer get an IV without sedation. There's a few times where, like, 1 in, 10 treatments, well, 1 in, 5 treatments I can get without sedation. I'm not your toy. I don't still have it. I'm sorry. Honey? But so it's like, I'm sorry that it's a hassle that I have anxiety, mostly caused by you nurses. So, yeah. Stressing currently. Oh, yeah. Hello, Cole. His little nub of a tail wagging. I got this gigantic tennis ball from Five Below for them, and they're excited. Cole's just staring at me, his little nub of a tail wagging. Bad idea. Just threw it and it banged into the toy basket. Don't look at me that way, Cole. He was just like, why is that? Why can I not get my teeth around it? Because it's huge. It's bigger than his mouth. I'm really not good at this, by the way. Wow, he just let it roll over his foot. Callie loves it, though. She loves it. She'll just chase around it, but then she's sad because she can't get her mouth over it. Here we are. But it's funny. Falling over. Hello. Sit. Sit. Ready for your toy? But so I'm just full of stress right now. It's not fun. Not at all. My mom said, though, it's okay if I can't go to my treatment this Thursday, because right now I have my treatments every 6 weeks. And I know my GI doctor would be upset with me if I missed one of my treatments or, like, schedule it until next year is what I'm joking about doing. Don't know if it's a joke at this point, because right now my problem is I'm just not in the right mental state to go through it, because it's a lot of problems that I have getting through it. Because I've had so many bad treatments, so it's just difficult for me. But my mom said she'll back me up with whatever I decide to do. But she was going to cancel it, and I was like, okay, let's leave it until, like, Wednesday, and I will make the decision then, because I have to see how my stomach's doing. Because if it does start to hurt, then I do have to go. And also, I might be able to, the fact that I know that I could not go for it, it's kind of easier on my mind. So right now what I'm doing is I'm hydrating as much as I can, because I have problems hydrating. Hydration. I have problems just hydrating because of the fact that water doesn't make me feel very well, but I have to drink it because, you know, hydration. But because I take my Miralax with Gatorade and I have to take it once or twice a day, I get some hydration from that. And then my mom's also going to get me a smoothie today, so that way that will also give me a little bit, because I can't really eat raw fruit. I can only have, like, raw bananas and apples sometimes, because I can feel the apple, like, scratching the inside of my esophagus, I guess it is. It's just not comfortable. So my mom's going to get me a smoothie, because that gives me some of the fruit that I need, my daily portion of fruit, basically. And so I'm gonna go with it as, it's like my mind saying, like, kind of like I know that I'm not going, almost, but then my mind's like, okay, maybe I could go. So I'm just gonna play it by ear at this point. We gotta figure this out, because it's just honestly so stressful, and it doesn't need to be this stressful. But I'm just honestly fed up with the place I go for my treatments now, because they're just not as good as they were last year, and they seem to be getting annoyed that I need certain things because I can't do it without. But the thing is, it's like, I can do it. My GI doctor said it's okay. They didn't give me the option to get sedation until I had a nervous breakdown and threatened to bite the nurses when they tried to touch my arms and my hands. So yeah, I got to go home that treatment, by the way, before they did it, and I had to come back the next week with sedation, though. But we were annoyed because we've talked about how bad my anxiety was since last year, and they didn't tell me about it until 3 treatments ago. So it's like, come on, people. It was a year at that point. Hello, Cole. Cole's just walking around my house right now, and it's kind of funny because he just keeps going between my room, sniffing my knee, and then leaving and going and lying on the couch with Callie. But I'm honestly just annoyed with DuPont right now. Yeah, so my mom's just texting me saying she's getting Chinese food for her and my sister, or just her, I'm not sure. I miss Chinese. I used to eat it. I used to love to get the sweet and sour chicken and egg rolls. Those were my 2 things I would always eat. I've eaten those since I was little. And then I took a break, though, from eating egg rolls because I found out there was shrimp in them, and shrimp creeped me out. But then 2 years later, after that hiatus, I started eating egg rolls again. And now I can't have Chinese food at all because it's fried, so I can't have it. Sometimes, though, I'm allowed to have a tiny bit. So it's like, my sister has the chicken, because that's what she always eats too, minus the egg rolls. She usually goes for the rice. White rice. She'll let me have, like, a little bite of the chicken with the, sauce, sweet and sour sauce on it, because I can have a bite of fried food, just not. I can't eat like a whole thing of it. Like if I ate a whole bag of sour cream and onion chips, like non-baked, I would probably die. I'd probably just be in the hospital actually in severe pain. Because onion powder is a huge onion powder, and any form of onion basically is a huge problem for me. We haven't tried green onion. My GI doctor said I might be okay with that because the oils aren't as strong in that one. And I just can't eat a lot. Like, I could eat the green part of it, not the white part. So we're thinking about possibly trying that, but very carefully. Because it's interesting. I can have a bite of a tiny little onion ring like that big, and my stomach will start to hurt. Because it's fried. And onions. And so, yeah. It's not fun. Ugh. Stress. Gotta love that stress. On the bright side, though, I have been obsessed with Hamilton, the Hamilton American musical recently, and I've discovered I have the same vocal range as the one who played Angelica in the original cast. And so I'm like, I wish I wasn't white so I could play in the Hamilton. But it's how it is, apparently. Who knows, maybe one day it won't be like that, but I don't care too much. I just really like the song, so I'm just I'll just sing covers of it and post them on YouTube. Because it's fun, and I love singing, so. Woo woo. What else has been happening recently? We got that giant tennis ball for Emily, Cola, and Callie. Emily's not really interested in that at all. Since I've been staying up until 6 in the morning, I have been working on doing different things with fabric. I have learned to make a fake corset with duct tape. The trick is don't make it tight, really tight, because you will, like when you're wrapping around you, because you can hurt your organs that way. But what I do is I take kind of like a shirt similar to this, like a racerback shirt. And I have a bunch of ones from when I was younger that have like holes in them because I wore them to death, but they still fit me pretty well. So I'll wear them and then I'll take my duct tape and I'll just kind of go around. Not terribly tight, but tight enough that I get the shape. But then as soon as I cut the hole in the middle of the front or the back, it is fine as soon as I lace it because it's not tight at all. And so it's always comforting for me when I have something like pressed up against my stomach, because that's what I did all last year. I took a pillow and I would bend over when I would have my spasms from my Crohn's. And so I just love doing the duct tape fake corsets. They're a lot of fun, and they don't have the like metal bones, I guess, that in them to hurt you like the same way. So it's different, and that's why I call it a fake corset, because it looks pretty good. It looks similar to a real corset, but it's fake and it doesn't do any damage. Currently I'm also working on making like a jacket type thing that's kind of cool with fabric. I just love, I guess it's called upcycling. I love doing all that stuff. I love working with fabric, and I hand sew everything because I don't like using sewing machines. So whenever I sew like stuffed animals for my cousins or like clothes, I hand sew them because I could make my hand sewing pretty strong because I used to dance ballet and I used to do pointe, and so you would have to sew like my sister taught me how to hand sew my ribbons and elastics onto the shoes, because, and also you don't want them to fall off when you're dancing because that is not good. You need the elastic on there really to help keep your foot in the shoe, because otherwise your foot will slip out and you will end up with a twisted ankle. And so you can do it with just ribbon, but do it with both, honestly. Wait, no, you're not supposed to do it without ribbon, but you can do it without ribbon, but with elastic. That's what I was talking about. So I learned how to hand sew that way pretty strong. So, and then I've hand sewed a lot during the years since then, because I did pointe when I was 12, and I'm 16 now. So I've done all that time, I've done hand sewing, so I've been able to get my hand sewing game strengthened, and it's fun. So this is a longer video than I had wanted, but it's fun. I wanted this just as a quick update, but it's almost 20 minutes, but oh well. So, trying to think, is that all? I think that's all. I think that's all. Yeah, my stomach just kind of is a bit sore. I have to talk to my GI doctor, who I see next Thursday. I have to talk to him about it because my stomach's been feeling very tired for a long time. And it doesn't feel like I need my treatment, but it's just weird. It's hard to tell. Because I know I'm very iron deficient, but the problem is getting through an iron treatment because it hurts when it goes through. So, oh, my head hurts now. Fun. Don't like stress, and I can tell my blood pressure goes up when I talk about my treatments. I don't think that's a good thing. I don't like treatments. At least I don't, well, I know I don't have it as bad as some people, but still. It's a lot on my mind, and it's very stressful. Alright, well, I'm going to end this, so thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. Bye!